Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Another episode of MSc Diaries. I've decided to abandon the week system that I had, term 2 week whatever, because term 2 is over. I guess unofficially this is term 3. They don't actually like talk about the untaught part of the degree. So the taught portion is over, as I'm sure I've mentioned before. And now we're on the self-study section of my degree. Um, Currently working towards my group project. I had a meeting with somebody from my group early today. They kind of caught me up on like the things that I was missing. My last video, I think, before Good Friday, I clearly said I'm not at home. I wasn't at home. I didn't go into details of like why I wasn't at home, but basically my dad's not well, and went to sort some stuff out for that. And obviously I've had to come back because responsibilities. Um, so now it's crunch time. Crunch time. It's the crunchiest of times, as my friend likes to say. And I'm working towards the 30 credits of my group project, which is due in June. And then I start working towards my individual project, which will be due at the beginning of September. How does your girl feel? Your girl is stressed out. Even more so because I got 2 of my grades back. One of them, I want to say my worst grade so far. But then I want to be like, well, it's not my worst grade so far because I've gotten grades worse than this. I've got an A grade worse than this. But the reason why it's my worst grade so far is with the other grade, which was terrible, which was my maths and statistics first coursework. I got 48 out of 100, which is a fail because the pass mark for my program anyway is 50%. The 48 was a fail. However, your girl got a 98. No, that's not true. I got a 94 in my second coursework, and that brought my grade up. With this machine learning, I got 50%, which is a pass, but this brings my grade point average down, which to a degree I expected. And like I spoke to some of my friends about it, and they were just like, well, like your health deteriorated, the stuff with your dad stressed you out. So obviously there are contributing factors to like your mental state, and obviously your studies were affected by this. So I'm currently trying to get back into the mode of studying, which I'm gonna be so honest, I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm so over it. And like this feels different to kind of like starting the course, injuring my knee on like my second day, and then like trying to maneuver that and student finance and that being like a whole thing. This very much feels like I've depleted all my resources and I'm running on E. This is how I feel right now, which is making things difficult. And I think it's pushing me towards being like, I don't want to do this anymore. And the thing is, like, I ain't no quitter. Mum ain't raised no punk. But like, I can honestly say to myself, like, I'm exhausted. I'm tired. Like, these 6, the thing about it is, it was 6 months. Like, to get to the end of term 2 was 6 months, just over 6 months. So September, October, November, December, January, February, March. 7 months. We're in month 8. These 8 months, I have been fighting for my life in a way that I've never had to fight for my life before. And like, I wouldn't say I used to joke that I'm fighting for my life, but I actually wasn't joking, because I actually was fighting for my life. Shout out to anxiety, depression, swollen knee, student finance, taking me for a dickhead. Can I swear? It's my YouTube channel. I can do whatever I want until I get flagged. This ain't TikTok, so yeah. Also, this isn't content for kids, so if your 6-year-old is watching this, baby, yeah, I've actually been fighting for my life. I have been fighting for my life in the worst way. I guess the only good thing about it is, like, your girl has her asthma pump. Fighting asthma and hay fever. Fighting asthma, hay fever. My mobility hasn't fully returned, so your girl's knee is still swollen. Yeah. Literally fighting for my life. So yeah, now I'm back in the UK trying to like lock in, because honestly, I have to lock in. I don't have a choice. I actually have to lock in and make it through like these 60 credits. And how I'm looking at it is like 4 core modules. That's it. Like, this is 2 modules worth of work. That's what I have to produce. I think we've got to produce like 9,000 words between us. I think how the course has been organized in the bin, but then also the course is new, and as the course is new, obviously there's going to be teething issues. Yeah, like even sitting here like thinking about it, I'm tired. I start a new role, which is exciting, because I said I didn't want to, or I couldn't work whilst doing the taught program of my degree, because I can't do 2 things at once. Now I'm gonna have to do 2 things at once, but it's my dissertation, so it's, to me, it's like, how I'm looking at it is, it's going to be very similar to when I did my ICA certificate or my ICA diploma, so the International Compliance Association diploma, because my working background is in compliance, and I did that whilst working 2 parts of it, 3 parts of it, I think. My last 2 assignments I did whilst working, but the word count, I don't remember the word count being that high. I think the word count might have been like 3,000 words, thereabouts. I know it definitely wasn't 4,000. It might have been like 3,000 words per assignment, or like 2,000 words. And I did okay. I passed. That's what I wanted. I wasn't trying to do the most, because at the time I was working for one company, and then I moved to a Big 4 accounting firm, and I was working there. 0 out of 10, do not recommend. Maybe it's not necessarily the firm. Well, it is what I personally feel like. The firm that I worked at anyway very much gave cult. Especially like those people that had been there since they did like graduate schemes and never left, and that's all they've ever known. Yeah, it very much gave cult. But it wasn't for me, like how I work, and like the setup of the team, and like the hours that we had to work, not even the hours that we were required to work, because my contract was like 35 hours a week, 37.5 hours a week. 1 week I worked 60, like I remember this, like 1 week I worked 60 something hours. I worked twice the amount of hours that I needed to in order to get the work done. Which to me just meant you lot need to hire more people. Like, you didn't have enough people to do the amount of work. And I feel like everybody in the team was burnt out, but no one wanted to say anything. And I feel like me being like, I can't do this, that this is very unserious, put a target on my back. And I had beef with my manager because she's a liar. And here we are. Years later, different opportunities, different paths, different avenues. So yeah, I don't really know what this means for MSc Diaries. I guess I'll just be like giving you updates on like how I'm getting on with my group project and my dissertation and stuff, and kind of like, I think what I'll do is, I don't know, talk about the word count. Because I don't want to talk about my topic. I can't talk about my topic. Because I don't want to get done for plagiarism. Even though it is my topic and I'll be talking about it. But talking about my topic and then putting it on the internet opens me up to plagiarism, and that's just long. So I won't be talking about my topic. Yeah, I won't be talking about my topic at all. But I guess I'll just be talking about, okay, this is what I've done, or not, this is what I've done, this is how many words I've got, this is how many words I've got to go, this is how I'm feeling, this is what I've done this week, this is what I've accomplished. I think that's going to be kind of the steps going forward. I think that's like the only way it's going to work. Yeah, I have a mountain of laundry to fold and put away. I don't have a mountain of laundry to do because I've just finished my 3rd load. I need to hang that out to dry, but I actually can't hang it out to dry until I hoover my floor, which is stressing me out because I can't hoover my... Basically, I need to fold the clothes on my bed, put them away. ADD brain. Fold the clothes on my bed, put them away. Then I need to take the sheets off my bed, put them in the washing machine. Then I need to hoover the floor and everything else. The ceiling, the lamp, all of it needs to be hoovered. Then I can hang out that load of washing, and by hang out I mean put it on a clothes horse in my bedroom with the window open. And then I can put new sheets on my bed. New sheets on the bed is always the last task and is always the hardest. Like, why is putting sheets on your bed so hard? I don't understand. Stresses me out every time without fail, because it's just difficult. Why is it so difficult? Like, by the time I get to the stage of like putting clean sheets on the bed, I just want to lay down. And the thing about it is, like, it's coming up to 3 and I want to time myself, which in theory should help my productivity because ADD. But there's no reward at the end of it. So I'm like, I don't want to. That's not true, actually. I'm going to reward myself. I am going to record myself. I am going to reward myself, rather. I'm going to drink a cherry Coke. It's not a cherry Coke, it's a cherry cola, because we don't support Coke. Because freedom and them. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye.